Okay, welcome. ಈಗ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ we will quickly refresh some JavaScript concepts. Yeah. So basically ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ JavaScript is JavaScript or TypeScript we will use. But JavaScript concepts ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು certain concepts ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ that is very important. React ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು completely ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. So just to help, okay, recap our JavaScript concepts, we will use this video. Okay. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, instead of local development environment, I will use an online JavaScript environment. You can go to codesandbox.io. Codesandbox.io ಹೋದ್ರೆ you will get a browser-based, cloud-based development environment. Yeah? So you can sign in. Google account use ಮಾಡಿ sign in ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. So sign in with your Google account. ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸೈನ್ ಇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಮೈ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವರ್ಕ್ಡ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾವಾ ರಿಫ್ರೆಶರ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಜಾವಾ ರಿಫ್ರೆಶರ್ ಆರ್ ಜಾವಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. Now I'll call it with some name, let's say practice. Okay, create the sandbox. Okay, so ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಬ್ರೌಸರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತದೆ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಿವ್ಯೂ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ a development environment with preview, everything is available. Okay, so I will delete all these initially because basically ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆ all the things, so I will just keep deleting everything and go back to very minimal, just one HTML file and package.json. Okay, so don't worry about package.json for now. It is just a package manager for node based application or JavaScript application. For now, don't worry about it, it's just a simple HTML file. Okay, and this is our preview window. Okay, one small thing I will do here is I will go to setting, okay, and go to workspace and look for basically preview. Okay, and go to code sandbox. Okay, change this to save. So basically in ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ preview. So whenever we start coding something, right, the preview window starts refreshing. Yeah, I don't want it to refresh every time as I keep typing. Okay, because that will start giving error because I might have not completed the function definition, etc. Right, so rather make it save. Yeah, so ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ you will not get unnecessary error messages when you are actually typing your code. Yeah, so this is good thing. Yeah, now I will close this. Now I have HTML file, so let's quickly create a simple HTML5. um, let me change the title to Java refresher, something like this. Yeah, now this is hello world. Okay, my simple HTML file and preview is also available here. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೀವು console open ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. You can click on this button and then you can open the console. Yeah, so ಒಮ್ಮೆ console open ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ now we'll start using the JavaScript functionality. Okay, first and foremost thing, I will link one JavaScript file here. Okay, so link ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, I can simply use the script tag source. Okay, I will call this as index.js. Okay, and close script. Yeah, now obviously index.file illa, so index.js file illa, so it will create a problem. Now I will go and then create a index.js file. Okay, so now this should be fine. So index.js file should be fine. um, index.js. Okay, index.js. Yeah, couldn't find the module in the path index.js. Okay, that's fine, we'll work out. So console.log, let's see whether this is working good. Okay, hello world is being linked. So basically ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ JavaScript file ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ HTML ಇಂದ. ಸೊ HTML ಫೈಲ್ ನಾನು ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ JavaScript file is executing. Yeah? So JavaScript file ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. One important thing when you link JavaScript files, okay, it is preferable to use differ. Okay, differ attribute. So ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, this JavaScript file, even though we linked here in the head, okay, will not get immediately executed. So till complete body is rendered, it will not execute. So it will execute only after the complete body has been rendered. Okay, so normally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, for example ನಮ್ಮ JavaScript file ಅಲ್ಲಿ we may be using some few things, like for example I may have an input box here. Okay, so ನಮ್ಮ JavaScript function ಅಲ್ಲಿ input box ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಬಹುದು. Okay, ಇದರ ಡೇಟಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಬಹುದು, right? So I want this index.js or whatever content of this JS file uh, to be executed only after this body is completely rendered. Okay, so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈ differ attribute ಅನ್ನು use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So ಇದರಿಂದ it will make sure this is going to be executed only after. I mean, first it is loaded here, but then execution of JavaScript happens only after the body is completely loaded. Okay, that is a guaranteed thing. Okay, now we will start working with this index.js file. Yeah, so first thing first. Okay, variables. So I wanted to have some variable name. For example, I'll want to have first name as a variable. So my first name is Guru. I wanted to have this data stored in a variable. Yeah. So how do you normally use variables? You have to use variables with camel casing. Okay. And we can declare variables in JavaScript using const and let. Okay. Const is meant for declaring a constant. Okay. So now I have declared a constant variables and let me log that first name. Okay, so you can see here I have logged the first name. Okay, let me clear this. Okay, now refresh. I have logged the variable. Yeah, now this is a constant. Yeah, what happens if I try to reassign again, for example, ABC? Okay, so you will get an error. This first name is read only because it is constant. Yeah, now alternatively you can use let. Okay, if you use let, then you're actually declaring the variable, but it is not constant, it is changeable. For example, now you can see that error has gone and you can re-verify it. Okay, now earlier it was Guru. Okay, first time it is Guru and then it become ABC. Yeah, so this is how you declare the variable, and you can use const. Most really always use const unless and until you know that variable is going to change in future. Try to use const as much as possible. Okay, so that's how variable you can declare and you can use it. Okay, similarly operators you can use it, etc. Okay, now very important feature, okay, with respect to React for us is functions. Yeah, so I wanted to have a function. I want to declare a function, and we always use functions in React. Most of the component are, in fact, almost 99% of the components that we create are JavaScript functions. Okay, so function is very important thing. Now, how can I create a function? So I can always go with function keyword, name of the function. Let's say hello. Okay, and in this I will simply say console.log hello. Okay, so this is how I can actually declare a function. Okay, so declaring a function doesn't mean that it gets automatically executed. It just declare, right? Now, how do you execute this function? So to execute the function, you have to call the function. So first declare ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Now I'm calling it. So execution ಆಯ್ತು and I'm getting an output. So this is one way of declaring the function. Yeah? Similarly, more modern way of declaring a function is say hello. Okay. Okay, so this is normally more modern way of declaring a function. Just like this is a variable, say hello is a variable. Now I'm declaring a function and I'm assigning that to a variable. That means function can be assigned to a variable. This is a very important thing to understand. Okay, just like how I have simple variable, for example, number equal to 10. Okay, how I am assigning it. Same way I can actually assign full-fledged functions, okay, to a variable. What it means is wherever I can use variable, I can use actually function. For example, if I do like this, now I can call the function this way. Okay, of course, I'm not doing anything. If I do, for example, a simple log also, okay, now you can see the function is getting executed. So this is little uh, modern way of declaring a function. Yeah, so remember, okay, you can declare functions like this. You can have a variable declaration. Remember, this is say hello is a variable, that is the name of the function, which is constant. I'm not changing the variable name, that's why it is constant. Okay, and then it has a function definition, and you can do anything inside the function. For example, if it is taking a name, like say name, and I'm using that name, for example, here name, I'm just trying to use the name and greet. Okay, so if I do like this, yes, it worked. Okay, and very important thing to know here, unlike any other programming languages like C, C++ or Java, right? Okay, I have a function here which is say hello, which takes a parameter. Function takes a parameter which is name, yeah. But then when I'm actually calling it, okay, I did not pass the parameter, but still function got executed. Okay, now what happened is this variable which I'm passing, a parameter which I'm passing, okay, ಅದೇನಾಯ್ತು, it just become undefined. If you're not defining parameter, it become undefined. If you're not defining variable, it will become undefined. Okay, so this is how it worked. Now if you wanted to pass, okay, pass the name. Okay, now you can see basically, let me just format it a little bit. Yeah, now you can see basically value uh, guru is going as a parameter and which I'm using it here. Okay, now very important thing is JavaScript allowed you to actually do it this way also. Yeah, even though a function expects one parameter, okay, you are actually doing it this way. Remember, this is JavaScript is meant for flexibility also. Okay, sometimes you have to manually make sure things are in proper shape. Yeah, so JavaScript is not cribbing, like you are not passing parameter, etc. So this is why we normally use TypeScript, where which is more compiled version of JavaScript. Compiler tells you that okay, you are making a mistake. Here JavaScript is runtime interpretation, right? So if it encounter problem, it will work sometime in unexpected way. Like for example, you may be expecting an error here, but then it simply took the name parameter as undefined and continued. That's why it is saying hello undefined. Yeah. So this is most important thing you need to remember. Okay. Sometimes I can simply assign a value, for example, guru here as a default value for the parameter. Okay. Now, if you're not passing, for example, let me clear it and run this. So now you can see hello guru is executed. Yeah. And since I'm assigning the name uh, variable as a particularly basically guru, so it just got executed and the output is there. Okay. Suppose if I change this to say Raj. Okay, now you can see hello Raj is there, and one where I'm not passing anything, hello Guru is also there. Yeah, so basically if you now try to see the output, yeah, one with parameter, one with default value of the parameter if I'm not sending anything. Yeah, now the fun thing is if you have, for example, 1 2 3. Okay, now you can see you have hello which is going as a string. Yeah, now nothing, so by default it has taken guru. And now if I tell you 1 2 3, so 1 2 3 has converted into a string and then been used because I'm using this variable along with the string. A concatenation operator is used, so string 1 2 3 has become, the number has become a string here. So the way JavaScript actually performs inbuilt data conversion, that is also unpredictable. Sometimes you need to be very careful. If you're expecting this to give you an error, no, JavaScript has actually make sure it is converted intelligently. Yeah. So this is how it happens. And now suppose if I, for example, say hello, um, let's say ABC, and then second parameter. Okay. Now you can see hello ABC, and second parameter is just ignored because you're not taking it. Yeah. So this is how your functions generally work. Okay. So we need to be little careful how we actually manage JavaScript, and we have to be little careful basically because JavaScript interprets few things in an unpredicted way. Yeah. So in the next video, we will simply see an extension of these functions.